Dear viewers, thank you so much for watching. My name is Veronica Rose. You are most welcome to the Experts Corner. And the main purpose of this channel is to ensure that knowledge goes viral. So today I'm joined by, let me say, my mentor. And how did I come to know about him? I was pursuing my CISA exam, and I happened to be watching most of his YouTube videos, and they really helped me in passing my CISA exam. So this is none other than Hemang Doshi. So Hemang, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Thank you, Veronica. First of all, it's my privilege to be here, and thanks a lot for giving me this opportunity to interact in your channel. You're doing a great job by enhancing the IT related knowledge to the viewers. Right, about myself, I am basically from India. I work in Mumbai. I work in a private insurance company as a vice president into internal audit department. I have written two books. One is on CISA, that is Certified Information System Auditor, and second one is on C risk. So that is about basic what say about myself. I do have videos, YouTube videos for CISA as well as risk in YouTube. And I would love to guide the aspirant, CISA aspirant and risk aspirant. And if they can come to me, I will definitely help to guide them.
Oh yeah, thank you. To our viewer, think check Hemang's website is www.cisastudy.com.
Right.
Yeah, so today's discussion is on third-party risk management, and Hemang is going to give us more knowledge about this. Before we dive deeper into this, Hemang, why is third-party risk management a buzzword in today's global area?
Right, you are right. It's a kind of buzzword in today's global area. Reason is that Veronica, in today's world, organization they rely heavily on the third parties. Reason being, they see improved profitability, they see faster time to reach the market, they see competitive advantage, and but always decrease cost. However, but to take the advantage of third-party capabilities, organization need to share the data, they need to share their processes, they need to give access to the systems, they need to give right to use of their brand and logo. And this is where the risk rises because all these things giving to a third party, it complicates the things, and hence this is the major challenge.
Oh yeah, thank you, Herman. And I would like also to know the kinds of risks that are involved in third-party relationships.
Right. There are multiple risks that I see. Major among them is strategic risk and reputation risk. Now, when I say strategic risk, is the risk there strategy of the organization is not aligned with the strategy of the third party. So, for example, I'm giving something to third party, some service, customer services related process to the third party that has been outsourced. Now, as an organization, my strategy would be to have customer satisfaction, percentage of customer satisfaction should increase, wherein strategy of the third party may be to close the request at the earliest. So there is a mismatch between what I want and that is what my third party want. So this risk is not being taken care. Second one is reputation risk, wherein we see risk arising from negative public opinion.
Mhm.
Third party relationships that result in dissatisfied customer. You can also security breaches also have a very reputational impact on the organization.
Yeah.
Violation of laws and regulation may have reputational risk for the organization.
Mhm.
Third major risk is about the operational risk. There is the risk of flaws resulting from inadequate processes or failed processes.
Mm.
Transaction related risks is also one kind of risk wherein product or service is not up to the mark.
Yeah.
Then important risk is about the compliance risk. Third party may not be adhering to the laws, rules, regulations,
Mhm.
maybe intentionally. unintentionally. So we don't know. There is a compliance risk over there.
Mhm, mhm.
Other major risk that what I say is information security risk. Now, the data that I am supposed to protect, at the same time, I need to ensure my third party also take same care and have same control to protect the data of my customer. If they don't, then it will be problem for our organization as well. Last risk that I see is about the business continuity risk. Uh, so, for example, if I'm heavily dependent on my third party and they don't have any continuity arrangement, it will have a very bad impact on my processes and my profitability. So, this is also a major risk, that is business continuity risk.
Oh, yeah. So then,
These are the,
yes, yes, go ahead.
yeah, these are the major risks that I pursue for
Uh,
third party risk.
okay, so what are the effective methods of managing such risks?
Yes, yes.
Mm.
One very important thing is that we need to have a standardized framework to
Mhm.
manage the third party risk. Management of risk in an ad hoc manner may not be effective. So, standardized framework, proven framework, industry recognized framework will help us to ensure risks are appropriately managed. Before entering into contract with the third party, we need to have a process of risk assessment and due diligence. Then, but obvious, a well-defined contract is very helpful to manage the risk. We need to ensure in contract not only business requirements are being captured, but at the same time legal requirements, compliance requirements, information security requirements, as well as business continuity requirements are also captured. If these requirements are captured in the contract, then we will able to enforce that this can be carried out. Once contract is done, it's not like that it's over. We need to continuously monitor
Mhm.
the performance of our third party. Continuous oversight is required.
Yeah.
Okay, then we also need to have formal offboarding at the end of the relationship. We need to see how we want to ensure whatever data, whatever system, whatever processes, whatever applications that we have given to the our third party, it's been discarded.
Mhm.
So, and how process is being handed over to another party, that is also important.
Oh, yeah.
Other point that is neglected is basically involvement of fourth parties. So if you see, generally when we go to audit, we see third party have further outsourced this particular process to a fourth party. As an organization, we are not even aware of this kind of situation. So this is also a major risk wherein fourth parties are being involved. So, as you know, risk flows down all the way to the last supplier in the chain. So, it is key to who they are and how they are managed. So, these are the basic method how this risk can be managed.
Oh, yeah. So speaking of frameworks, I had you mention something on frameworks. So why is it important to have a defined framework for managing third-party risks?
Right, Veronica.
Mm.
Uh, in today's world, ad hoc approach will not work and may not be effective or efficient to manage the risk because it may help us during the initial phase, but then if we want to monitor third party throughout the life cycle, we need to have a standard and a proven framework. It only makes sense that we adopt a best practice approach to a third party risk management as aligned with a proven framework. So framework will help us to control and monitor the risk throughout the life cycle of third party association with our organization. And hence it is very important to have a defined framework to monitor the risk.
Oh, yeah. I agree with that. Then, lastly, I would like to ask you, what should a third-party risk management cover?
Yeah, framework basically it should cover right from the beginning of the procurement stage of the third party.
Yeah.
We need to have a process to evaluate various vendors. We need to have a process to score various vendors. Once this process has been completed, next thing is that we need to have due diligence process before entering into contract. Once done due diligence, then the third point is contracting. So as I already told, during contracting we need to ensure everything is covered, our business requirement, our legal requirement, information security requirement, compliance requirement, business continuity requirement. This is very important. So framework should help us to ensure contract is appropriate and up to the mark. Other thing that a framework should help us is what is the onboarding process. So this is very important process. We are starting our relationship with a third party, so therein framework should help us to identify the training need, identify the information security need, identify the process requirements. So during onboarding we should have appropriate framework. uh, Risk management is an ongoing activity, so framework should also help us to ensure periodical audit is there, periodical purging certificates are being obtained, periodical compliance certificate are being obtained. So throughout the life cycle, this should be there. Also, framework should help us during the offboarding process. Now, this is the phase. Offboarding process is the most ignored one. However, it is very important to define offboarding process in contractual agreement. So I would see a framework covering the procurement phase, due diligence phase, contracting phase, onboarding, continuous risk management phase, and then offboarding as well.
Thank you so much, Herman, for breaking this down for us. And I'd like to thank you for your time for joining me today. And where would our viewers find you?
My LinkedIn ID is basically Hemang Doshi. They can find me in LinkedIn, and then Hemang Doshi 99 at yahoo.co.in. Also, they can find it in my email.
Yeah,
My website is www.cisaexamstudy.com.
yeah.
There also they can view about CISA material. www.cirrusexamstudy.com. Therein they can find the CIRUS related material.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Herman. And I would like to still thank you for the great job you've done. Your videos have really assisted so many people to pass their CISA and CIRIX exams. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Veronica.
Yes. And to our viewers, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss out on more of the upcoming sessions. Thank you for watching.